Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Paul Lavoie on this frigid day. But today we're going to be showing you a 2026 Freightliner M2 112 with the Summit Hauler conversion. This is our big bad boy with the DD13 engine. But as we're going to get started on the front here, you're going to see Summit Hauler's patented customized grille right here. Chrome makes it pop, looking really flashy, very, very nice. Down below here, we do have our three-piece bumper. Great thing about this is that if you are on the road driving for commercial use or anything like that, very easy to transition these out. If you do hit anything or anybody hits you, you just need to change out one piece, keeping you on the road as fast as possible. And down below here, we do have our Detroit Assurance front end crash alert package. It couples with the radar up on front in the windshield, and I'll show you that as soon as we get in there. But we're gonna take a look in here. We have our compressed fiberglass hood right here, making it very durable, making it so that if you do get hail like we do here, it makes it so it's not gonna get the little dings on there. Very, very durable. But like I said, we've got our DD13 engine in here, a little over 500 horsepower, 1850 pound-feet of torque. It is our big bad boy. And as you can see, if you're mechanically inclined, you can work on it. It's very easy to get into here. You got your air filter over there, coolant right here, fuse panel right here. This is one of two fuse panels. The other one's on the inside. I will show you that. Power steering fluid down here, and then you got your fuel filter water separator right here. This one is coupled with the DT12 transmission. It is an automated manual transmission. A lot of people like that transmission. Very nice, but it acts as a manual transmission. I'm gonna give you a close right here just so you see how this actually goes. She's gonna fight you like this, but there's a safety reasoning for that. It's making it so if a gust of wind or if somebody comes up and tries to mess with you, they're not gonna be able to just squish you in there if you're working on it. Once you're done with that, you'll snap it back down. Very, very easy to do. Up top here, we have our breakaway mirrors. When I say breakaway, it means if you hit something or somebody hits you, they do just break away. They won't just shear off, making it so you still have your safety mirrors and everything like that. Down below here, we've got a little bit more of an aggressive tire than what we're used to on our 106s. These are the 275/80 R22.5s, but as you can see, they've got some massive tread on there, making it so that if you are in some snow, you can get through it pretty easily. And with all of our wheels, we put the Alcoa, that's the Freightliner has the Alcoa wheels, but we have the extra drum in there, balancing it out with all the ball bearings in there, making it so we're keeping as much surface area balanced on the actual tire and being safe as possible. Right here, for these cold days, here's your engine block heater. Just make sure you plug in overnight, making it so your fuel's not gonna get gunked up or anything like that. Also, for days like this, we've got our two step-ups right here, a large area, surface area for keeping your feet planted down there, getting as safe as possible. Just make sure you're making 3 points of contact, whether it's your feet or your hands, being as safe as possible right there. Right here is one of the fuel doors. This is one of two. We have 150 gallons on these ones. So on this one, this side, it's gonna be 100 gallon. On the other side, it's gonna be a 50 gallon. It is a self-leveling system. So if you do wanna get a full tank, you are gonna have to actually fill up on both sides and it will self-level itself. It is lockable. Just be careful on days like this if you're getting slush or anything up in here, because these tend to possibly freeze over, so just be careful with that. So make sure you have a cup of warm water or any type of techniques that you could actually get that open. Taking a look inside here, you can see the Summit Hauler conversion with their absolutely gorgeous leather, black leather right on this one. Very durable seat. This one is a heated and cooled seat, but a nice little add on that, you got massaging seats as well. All controls for the air ride seats are right here. So all you're doing is just lifting up right there, going up and down. It will make it so that you're absorbing all the bumps that are out on the road. Lumbar controls right here, and then your heated and cooled seat right here. Tilt feature right here for the back of the seat. And then with Freightliner, you've got your kill switch, making it so that if you're not a daily driver on this, all you do is just flip this off. It turns off all the electronics, making it so you'll save your battery. There is one more button in there. It is the light test button, making it so that just before your actual trips, you'll click that button to make sure you'll walk around the truck, making sure that all of your indicator lights are actually working. We're gonna get this started, but with every Freightliner, just make sure that you're kicking it on into accessories mode. It'll take about 5 seconds. It clicks through all the safety features, and then all of a sudden, bam, you can click it on, and then it starts right up. In the back here, we've got our lovely sofa seat, fit for 3 passengers. But one of the best features that it does actually have on it it does drop down into a bed, and DOT does regulate this as a bed, so you can pull over, catch some Z's, and be safe and warm as well. We do have a panel right here. This is covering for the batteries right here. There are 2 batteries in here. Very easy to maintenance these batteries. Just the 3 bolts up front here, and then the 1 in the back. Once you get those unscrewed, remove the panel, then you can maintenance the batteries accordingly. Very nice. Right here, a panel for your DEF tank. 6-gallon DEF tank, you roughly get about 350 miles per gallon on that. But also in here, you've got your trickle charger. You want to top off those batteries, or you can actually charge a 12-volt battery with it as well. This one's not lockable, but it's very easy to shut down right there. Right here, one of 2 of this size storage bins on the actual truck bed. And as you can see, it's diamond plated, very durable. You can store really whatever you can imagine in here. Right now we have our flares and an air hose, but we have our air hookup in there, making it so that you can actually air up your tire. You can roll out the cab if it gets a little bit of dust, but we also have a fire extinguisher for safety as well. All of these storage bins are lockable, they're weatherproof, keeping you on your way and safe. On the back one, it's a little bit smaller. Some people put their chains or road flares in there, but it is all diamond plated. Every single one of them is. And like I said, it is weatherproof and lockable. As we're coming up the bed here, you can see it's a little bit different of a setup. It is diamond plated, but it is coated, making it even more durable, keeping it clean, and gives it a nice little black look. We also have 2 pre-drilled holes right here if you wanted to add an exterior storage bin, and we do that here for you if you'd like. Or some people will put a spare tire up here. Really can lock down really whatever you want. On the top of the headache bar, you've got your indicator lights for your reverse and brake, but in the middle there, you've got your backup camera. We use a Voyager system on these ones. You can hook up to 4 on this system. They do have the ability to actually do it wirelessly now too, though. Coming down here, you're gonna see these rail system on the side. That's our track system if you wanna tie anything down. It has a 1,000-pound weight limit. Some people will do the spare tire right there as well. And in the middle, we have what we call our trough system. This is where you're gonna be hooking up to a 5th wheel and or gooseneck. And it's already pre-drilled for the 5th wheel and the gooseneck. So really whatever you wanted to do, you can do it however you wanna configure it. Right here, we have our hookups for electronics for your 5th wheel, gooseneck, and your bumper pull. And we've added even another feature. This is a secondary camera that we've added. Like I said, you can do up to 4, but we've added 2. This is a camera for your actual bumper pull. And then right here, we have our customizable Gen Y 30,000-pound, 32,000-pound actual hitch. Customizing height, if you want to do that, but you know, also customize whatever you're going to be doing bumper pull. Right now, we have a 2 5/16 ball on it. Down below, we have a 2-inch where you can just flip it over. You can really customize it, and it's easy to do as well. One last thing, this is a hard line of the Voyager hookup for electronics for your actual trailer, so you can see what's going on in the back. Coming around here, you're gonna see the exact same setup as what you saw on the other side. There's the other 2 storage bins with the very aggressive tires. But one little thing they've added on here is this piece of hardware right here. Do not step on this, it does warn you on there. This is your blind zone warning. It's your side assist, making it so that you get an indicator on the inside, which I will show you, of anybody that's actually next to you. So you're, aside from looking in the mirrors, because sometimes you've got a lot of blind spots in these things because it is such a big vehicle. But that we're trying to be as safe as possible. That is with the Detroit Assurance Package. Looking in the front here, this is the exact same setup as the other side. For your passengers, a lot of room in here, but you've got the air right in here, you heated and cooled seats. Nice little area, but you have, this is where your secondary panel is for your fuses. Very easy to access. You would just pull from down here, take the cover off, and then you can maintenance however you like. We're gonna take a look in the back right before we hop in here. He's gonna show you the back console. You're gonna see you got a couple of more power options. There's a couple of 110s, and then a couple of USB-Cs. I'm locking this down, and we're gonna hop up and actually look inside this thing. When he's popping up in there, you're gonna notice very, very large windshield in there. It is 2,500 square inches of windshield, making it so that you can see as much as possible out on the road, which is obviously we're trying to be as safe as possible. But right here in the middle, you're going to see the radar package, or coupled with the radar that I was talking about up front. This is more for your lane keep assist, but it does actually help with the front end crash alert as well. We're going to stay up top here, and you're going to see this panel is already cut out. It is pre-wired for a CB radio if you wanted to add it, which is a nice feature. And we do that to all of ours. They're pre-wired. You just got to add a couple of hardware things. On the right side, we've got more storage. And on the left side, we've got our Voyager system up here. So as you can see, we're on the backup camera right now up top on the headache bar. And this will stay on. It will not turn off unless you actually want it off. Cycling through, you're on camera 1, camera 2, and it's set up for the bumper pull on camera 3, and then camera 4. But a nice feature, you can do a split screen, camera 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, and then of course 1, 2, 3, and 4. Love that feature. Up here, up top, we've got your air horn, and then of course your secondary mic for your Bluetooth right here. The other one is right in the middle, making it so that you can see as clear or hear as clear as possible when you're actually talking to anybody. But once again, try and be as safe as possible as well. On the door panel right here, we've got all the settings and everything for your side mirrors right here. So adjusting is the top ones, and then you can adjust accordingly right there. Defrost. And then of this button, it says rear. As you can see, there's only 2 buttons for the actual windows, but there's 4 doors. So what you would do to do the rear windows, you would just click that, and then you can adjust it accordingly just by that, and then click it again to get back to the front windows. And then of course your locking and unlocking features. On the steering wheel, we've got controls for the dashboard right here. Very easy to navigate through, just going up and down, and it just lets you know exactly what's going on there. Blinker right here, set up with your windshield wipers. Pretty standard right there. On the right side, we've got our Bluetooth hanging up and answering phone calls. And then you got your cruise control right here. Once again, very easy to set up. We're gonna stay up here, stay on the dashboard. RPMs right here, your oil pressure, and then your fuel gauge. But you can see that there's actually 2 gauges on there. One's for the white one's for your fuel, the blue one's for your DEF. Letting you know exactly how much you have, just making sure you're paying attention. In the middle, we've got our digital dashboard right here, which I was telling you on the steering wheel you can control with. Customize it really however you would like. And on the right side, you've got your speedometer. And then once again, you've got your air pressure right here. It is only one, but it has 2 gauges in there. One's for your primary air and the other one's for your secondary air. Water temperature right there. And that basically takes care of that. Now we're gonna jump down to the actual gear shift right here. This is the automated manual. When I was telling you, you would think that it's an automated manual, you'd have a clutch, but you don't. It just acts as a manual transmission, or sorry, as an automatic transmission. You just go into drive or reverse, and then you can actually put it into an automated one right here by just going up and down in the gears, by going down this way or up that way, going down and up. This also acts as your engine brake as well. If you're all the way up, you're in the off position, it has 3 levels just going down, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Nice little features on there. Once again, if you're in your auto, once you're actually going down the road, it's going to show you which gear you're on. It's going to show you actually on the dashboard right here. You're normally starting off in 2nd gear, and then it kind of goes up and down in gears, like so. On the right side right here, this is your, your air brake for your actual cab. This is your air for your trailer. Right here, you've got your controls for your subwoofer for the infotainment. Down below here, you've got your red arc trailer gain system. You can set it manually however you would like for your trailers. Up top here, hazards, dome light, footwell light, and your utility light. Sorry, getting tongue-tied there. Down below here, these are very important ones. This is your traction control, your hill descent, or your hill safety assist, where making it so when you are actually on a hill, you can click that on. You can take your foot off the brake and it'll hold you there. Most important, this is your shutdown override button. If you're getting a notification that there's something going on with the engine and it's going to shut down the engine in 30 to 45 seconds or whatever it is, and let's say you're in the middle of the highway, but you don't want to, just sit there blocking up traffic and trying to be as safe as possible. You want to get to the side of the road. What you're going to do is click that button and make sure that you get over to the side of the road as fast as possible, because we don't want to keep it going forever. That is for sure. Up top here, you've got your work light in the back, your active brake assist right here, your side guard, and then your lane departure. All of these safety features are on. If you do not like those features, you can click them off just by the turn of a button right there. Down below, you got your locking differential right here, and then your suspension nut right here, just in case you're hooking up to a low trailer. You need to get that back end just a little bit farther down. Click that button, it drops the air out. Up to the right here, you've got 4 optional switches that you can add, really whatever you would want. We sometimes add light bars and or winches up on front. but really you can customize it however you want. You have the options right there. These controls right here are for the rear air. Pretty self-explanatory: heat, cool, and then the fan speed right here. If it is in the middle, you're in the neutral position, the air off is in the back. The air is off in the back. Right here you have your hookups for your infotainment. If I get it, it's a little cold. You've got your HDMI and then your USB-A right in there. Then you hook right up. It actually ties to the screen right here. And you have Apple and Android CarPlay, but you must be hooked up in that actual hookup right over there. And then your phone can actually come up in here. It's pretty easy to navigate through here. Self-explanatory: radio, your Apple CarPlay, but you actually even do have navigation right here that you can actually maneuver, making sure you're being safe and having the navigation talk to you. It will talk to you through the speakers as well. Right here, you have controls for the front air, your fan speed right here, your different zones, and then your heating and cooling right here, and then you also got your recirculated air. You've got your middle console right here, making 4 huge cup holders right here. Very easy to actually navigate through. One cool feature right here is you can actually take these out. If you get a spill in there, you can make sure that you can actually clean that out. And then of course your large middle area right here. We've got one last feature up here that I didn't actually go over. This is the side assist. There's your indicator right above the handle right there. That's what's going to let you know if there is anybody on the side. That's that little black part that was on the out on the step ups. That's where it's going to indicate right there. But that does basically wrap this one up. If you're interested in this one or any of the vehicles at our lot, you can get a hold of me. My information is down below. It's paul.lavoie@transwest.com or 303-503-3305. I'm going to enjoy my massaging seat. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a great day.